Hi, my name is Melissa,
I am Emilia.
I'm Gloria.
I'm Valentina.
and we are the group number 3.
And we're going to talk about
Sangay National Park.
We hope you like it.
Sangay National Park is located in the tropics, specifically in Ecuador. Ecuador, as the name suggests, is located on the equator. It is a country in western South America, with its neighboring countries being Colombia to the north and Peru on the south and east border. And finally, in the west, it is the Pacific Ocean. Ecuador has a variety of natural formations and climates, since it comprises 4 distinct geographical regions, such as Oriente, the Amazon jungle, Sierra, which is the Central Highlands, Costa, the coastal plains, and the Galapagos. Sangay National Park is found on Ecuador's Sierras and Oriente, in provinces of Moreno Santiago, Chimborazo, Tungurahua, and Cañar. Its territory is extremely biodiverse and it contains 2 active volcanoes, which are Tungurahua and Sangay. Sangay is one of the more active volcanoes in the world. In such biodiversity, there exists an entire spectrum of Ecuador's ecoregions, such as Amazon rainforest, moorlands, which are the paramos, highlands, grasslands, lakes, wetlands, cloud forests. As we can see, the national park has an incredibly diverse flora and fauna due to its different ecoregions and fragile ecological places. These places provide a significant habitat for many species. This includes threatened species such as the mountain tapir and the spectacled bear. Therefore, it prevents people from realizing activities that damage these beautiful ecosystems, which includes agriculture, livestock farming, illegal hunting and fishing, construction of infrastructure such as roads, deforestation, mining, and other damaging activities are working since this area was placed on the World Heritage List in danger in 1992 because it was heavily affected by the construction of the Guamote-Maca roads and other activities previously mentioned. However, due to the programs and strategies to protect this area, the park was removed from the list of the World Heritage in danger in 2005. People do live in the Sangay National Park. Descendants of the Cañari and Puroa live in the mountain and upper part of the park, and the Shuar community inhabits the jungle territories of the park. Living in a national park, in theory, provides local people security and a guarantee that their land is going to be protected along with their rights, since it will protect them from external threats, recognize their right to control and manage resources within the protected area, allow the indigenous people to determine their own development priorities if they are compatible with the protected area objectives, of course. However, it is important to highlight that when the boundaries of the Sangay National Park were established, it wasn't taking into account private property. Therefore, these private properties were included in the park. This causes uncertainty regarding the laws and the land security, which in theory these people that are living in the national park should have as a right.
in Sangay National Park, there are 3 main ecosystems that we can point out. The first and larger one is Paramo, located in the 3 volcanoes that are on the park: Sangay, Altar, and Tungurahua. This ecosystem is an important water source. The high mountains are around 5,023 and 5,300 meters above sea level, and they protect the vegetation from the wind. That's why it has a high level of endemism. Here, plants are shaped to face the extreme high weather and isolation. The most common plants that we can find here are a unique fern that grows in water, aquatic plants, pads, and mosses. There is also another type of paramo called shrubby paramo. They have characteristics in common, and the plants you can find here are scrublands or pajonales, zixes, suros, chuquiraguas, a type of plant with flower on top from the Asteraceae family, paper trees, and quichuares. In the cloud forest, that is characterized by rainfalls often heavy and persistent, you can find short and crooked trees, mosses, iacundos, and orchids that cover the tree trunks. like alders, mountain cedars, and romerillos. There are also different types of bushes like taruga, the guagraapple, the ivilán, and the trinitaria. In the transition zone between the Andean and the subtropical forest, there are guarias, sandalas, and tree ferns. Finally, in the lower and warmer parts, there are cedar, cinchona or husk, guava, apple tree, and bushes like beef's tongue. We can also find a variety of animals. The most common are Andean bears, mountain tapirs, cougars, rabbits, moor wolves, chucuris, deers, and porcupines. In the lower parts, there are jaguars, ocelots, spider monkeys, chorongos, anteaters, and gigant armadillos. Among the birds, there are patillos, gallaretas, and the gray macaw, a water bird that swims in the lagoons of the moor that you can see more often. In the forest of the foothills, there are wild turkeys, the tanagers, the nuthatchers. In the lower parts, there are several species of macaws, parakeets, and loras. Also, the park protects many species of arboreal toads, marsupial frogs, and cutinis, that is also a frog species. In total, there are 107 mammals, 400 birds, 90 amphibians, 26 reptiles, and 17 fish species. Also, there are some endemic species such as a Guinea pig and a wild acai shrew. On the other hand, there are over 3,000 species of plants, of which 586 are unique to the area, including about 250 orchids.
Natural resources are resources that exist without any actions of humankind. Let's discover some of the renewable resources and non renewable resources in Sangay National Park. Some of the renewable resources that are provided in this area are timber, fresh water, oxygen, sunlight, good soil, and wind. Some of the non renewable resources that are found in Sangay are volcanic rocks, groundwater, sulfur, and other minerals. The park includes three volcanoes, Tungurahua, Sangay, and El Altar. Tungurahua and Sangay are active volcanoes, and Altar is an extinct volcano on the western side of Sangay National Park. The park also includes 327 lakes, rivers, glacial and volcanic ecosystems, cloud forest, Amazon rainforest, wetland, and the largest area of Paramo in Ecuador. Also, species diversity is very high, and many threatened species are found in abundance. There are about 107 mammals, including endangered mountain tapir and Andean bear, 430 birds, including endangered Andean condor, 33 amphibians, 14 reptiles, and 17 fish species, and at least 3,000 species of flowering plants. Varied ecosystems encompassing all types of habitats from glaciers to rainforest, plains to volcanoes make a rare combination of grasslands and many other habitats. This includes a vast system of wetlands which protect and generate environmental services of local, national, and regional importance to around 3 to 4,000 people who live in the southern part of the park. Also, Sangay National Park offers visitors tourism, including hiking trails and hot springs. And for the residents, farming, livestock grazing, and hunting is provided. And also, minor activity might expand in the future.
The protections provided by the National Park designation in the case of Sangay National Park are provided by the SNAP, Sistema Nacional de Áreas Protegidas del Ecuador. First of all, according to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, a national park is an area destined to protect the ecological integrity of one or more ecosystems for present and future generations, exclude exploitation or occupation not linked to the protection of the area, and provide the basis for visitors to make spiritual, scientific, educational, or recreational use in a way compatible with preservation and culture. In this case, we have a lot of information about what is the SNAP and its objectives. As you can see, there are general, that is about the conservation of the area, biological and the resources, the specifics, that is about the protection of the ecosystems, the different ones, and also the resources, in this case, hydrological and data stuff. And also, there are some others that we are going to see in the following presentation. According to the rules in the Código Orgánico del Ambiente, the protections provided to the park are indirect, because it provides technical evaluations of the conservational objectives of protected areas, including management effectiveness accomplished with management plans and operational management. Also, conservation values of protected areas and others established by the National Environmental Authority. This helped the park to have a good and effective management structure, follow each rule external and internal, and also maintain the park in a good legal shape. Then, the Articles 135 to 139 describe the tools used to achieve the optimal technical evaluation. Among them are the annual operational management plans, the technical plan for protected areas, the management effective assessment, and also the financial sustainability strategies, and the strengthening mechanism for management. These tools help the park to develop in a goal sustainable way and according to all the technical evaluations so it can work in the correct and properly way. On the other hand, the Article 146 is about the activities allowed in the SNAPs, being those related to the protection, conservation, research, use and sustainable use of bioreality, recovery, restoration, integral farm management, education, etc. While the Article 147 indicates what is to be understood as the use or exploitation of wildlife in protected areas. Then, the Article 149 provides protection by prohibiting the entry of certain objects such as weapons, hunting implements, implements of unauthorized collection, provided chemicals, substances, explosives, etc. This establishment of activities help the park rangers and the authorities to have a good control and knowledge about what is allowed and not allowed to do. With this information, they inform to the visitors so the park won't be affected in a bad way that could risk their ecosystem and resources. Finally, all the protections are based on principles that function as pillars of legal protections, those being co-responsibility in concordance, transversality, the general interest, sustainable development, and the social and environmental function of property, in dubio pro natura, that is, the precaution and prevention in favor of the natural resources, transparency, adaptive management, informed decision making, and multidisciplinary approach. With all of this, the Sangay National Park is well protected by the law, so the work has to be about preserving the ecosystem and taking care of them, not just supported by the people, also by the legal park, making the protection harder and telling the visitors and communities that live there that as long as they follow the rules, they can enjoy as much as they want because the park isn't going to suffer any external damage to the biodiversity and to the resources it has.
The future outlook for Sangay National Park. The management plans for this park is doing more specific research, help to promote species protection, the maintenance of the ecosystem services, focus more on tourism, and the sustainable use of natural resources and maintenance of cultural and traditional values. Also, there is a potential financial sustainability plan, which includes a development of a REDD initiative. An REDD initiative means a reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradation initiative. Also, ecotourism development and payments for ecosystem services. What needs to be changed, be better protected, expanded upon, or stay the same in Sangay National Park? Well, first, people should be a little bit more engaged with the park. I mean, local people. That's why the park is hoping to work with local authorities to expand the municipal protected areas, build on the results of the studies being conducted in the park to identify key ecosystem services that could help preserve the remaining forest, develop ecotourism initiatives involving the community, promote alternative agriculture, raise awareness about the importance of preserving the corridor, undertake further research on the site's biodiversity. What will the park look like in 2050? Hopefully, there will be more research and collaboration from local people and the private sector. The protected area will be also bigger, well, at least it's expected to be bigger. There will be a better understanding of the ecosystem services, how to preserve and use them better. Emissions from deforestation and forest degradation will be eliminated. The future of these and other national parks depend on the governments and the people's commitment to look after the corridors and respect the environment.